You guys, we are on day 29 of our November fast. It is getting down to the wire here. 2 more days, today and tomorrow, and then we go into our December dedication fast. I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys will join us. We are finishing up our Need to Know November fast. Different fast every single day, different topic every single day. So if you guys are new, please consider subscribing and clicking that little bell icon so you can be notified that I'm uploading a video. We can do this fast together, and that's really what I want to instill in you guys, is that fasting and weight loss, you're never alone. You have a huge entire community behind you, and I am definitely one of your supporters. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic, which is, how do I properly break my fast? You guys, there are so many different ways, but there are some very bad ways out there, and those are kind of what I want to do first. So the standard American diet is horrible for you, right? We all know that. High cholesterol, high carbohydrates, high processed foods, all that kind of garbage, okay? When you do a fast, especially if it's a longer fast, so like 3 days plus, you guys are cleaning out your system, okay? Imagine a clean slate. So it would then be kind of counterproductive to go to a fast food place or a buffet and gorge yourself on highly processed foods, high carbohydrates, just crappy foods. Why would you put all that in your body? So the other thing too is the binging aspect of it. A lot of people, after they do a fast, can find themselves in a horrible state of wanting to just eat and eat and eat because now it's allowed. Okay, so I really want you guys to be aware of that. I am totally guilty of that, although I have been keto on a 365-day journey, thank you, for the last year. And so even after my fast, even if I want to binge, I can't eat all of the crap. So that's kind of kept me a little bit sane. I do suffer from a binge disorder, so, but all of my food is clean, healthy fats, healthy proteins, that type of thing. Tons and tons and tons of veggies and salad. So it's not a really good idea to do a 3+ day fast and then totally gorge yourself on any kind of food. Okay, there's a couple of bad things that can happen. One is refeed syndrome, which I have talked about in other videos, but quickly, it's pretty much you have electrolytes in your system, right? We've talked about them many times before. You also have them in your blood. When you eat tons of food after cleaning everything out, all of those nutrients and all of the electrolytes get pushed into your cells so quickly that your blood actually gets deficient in all of your nutrients and your vitamins and your electrolytes and everything. Now, what this can do is it can cause a lot of electrolyte deficiencies. It can cause hair loss. It can cause muscle spasms. It can cause nausea. It can cause digestive issues. It can cause numbness. It can cause prediabetes. One guy went to a Chinese buffet and decided to think about all that salt, decided to binge on this Chinese buffet right after he had done a fast. He actually ended up giving himself kidney failure. So it's super important to not do any of that. So how do you properly break your fast? And like I was saying, there's different ways depending on what diet you are on when you're not fasting. So personally, I am keto. Now what that means for me, I have done things like broken my fast with bulletproof coffee, which if you're keto, you know that is coffee with MCT oil or coconut oil and maybe some ghee or some butter. Okay, I like to end my fast with fat so that my body is kind of like, oh, that's what I'm gonna have, that's what I'm gonna burn for fuel. Some people don't like doing that. Other people, okay, anyway, so I have also gone for like 1 scrambled egg with half an avocado. Okay, I have done maybe 2 hours later, I'll have like a handful of nuts. Then 2 hours later, I'll have maybe a hand or homemade soup. Okay, so very, very small quantities throughout the day, not anything super ginormous right at the beginning. Or I'll continue to fast and I'll do an OMAD meal. OMAD meals, maybe I'll have a little bit more, like a salad with, cucumbers or onions or tons of leafy greens, tomatoes, that type of thing. Because that's what works for me. I've never gained weight on a refeed when I've gone that route. Either one of those routes, so the every 2 hours or the small OMAD. I continuously drink water, continuously have those high water content vegetables. Not so much fruits, because you can also have some berries if you want, if you're on keto. But a lot of the fruits that other people recommend are off limits if you're keto, just because of the high sugar and high carbohydrate content. Now, if you are doing just a regular diet or alkaline or even vegan, and you're not worried about the natural sugars in your fruits, go ahead and go for, you can do bone broth in the beginning. You can do shakes or freshly squeezed juices. You don't want to go for the processed. Again, try and stay away from as much processed stuff as possible, especially in the beginning, because you just cleaned everything out. So you don't then want to fill it back up with all processed stuff. You can do things like shakes, so high plant-based shakes. You can add in some healthy fats to that. Probiotics are a good way to go. You can have maybe like half a cup of yogurt, something like that. Keep your good gut bacteria in check. That's what you want. You don't want to then turn around and shove a bunch of bad stuff in it and build up that bad bacteria. You will not thank yourself later. Lightly steamed veggies. There was one lady that was talking about green beans because of all the estrogen in the green beans. Make sure they're lightly steamed. Cucumbers are really high in water content. Juicy fruits, if you're non-keto, which is like watermelon, oranges, mangoes, papayas. And again, you can do freshly squeezed juices. The bone broth, of course. And then other people are talking about not having any kind of meat or protein for 24 hours. I say play around with that, because sometimes you might have issues with it, other times you might not. It is a little bit more of a process for your body to break down protein than it is the veggies and the fruit. So you might want to wait, but that's totally your call. See how your body does with it. I did fine with scrambled eggs. Other people get stomach aches if they do protein right away. So, oh, also the other thing too is when you refeed, remember you just did like an elimination diet. And so when you start putting foods back in, really pay attention to how your body reacts to those foods, because that's going to tell you if those foods are good for your body or not. If you start having like bloating and gas and digestive issues when you start putting in certain foods, that's why it's recommended one at a time, then you might be able to kind of pinpoint things that were giving you issues before. So just really watch out for how your body reacts to certain things. It's very important to stay small amounts, okay? So don't gorge yourself. Every couple of hours would be ideal, or just do one small OMAD. You can do like the watermelon and the papaya are obviously fan favorites, which I wish I could have, but I can't. I am still on keto until the end of December, so maybe I'll have some watermelon as one of my first meals, you guys. I don't know. But anyway, just really listen to your body. Keep it small, keep it clean, keep it simple, and just don't overdo it, because what is the point of doing a cleansing, detoxifying, healing fast and then turn around and fill it up with all the bad stuff? So really just be mindful of what you put in. Don't overdo it. Small, slow, steady, clean. You're really thanking your body for healing itself and detoxifying itself. And you're, I think Dr. Mindy Peltz, she said, giving your gut bacteria a present, because they have cleared out all the bad stuff. So that's a really cute way to look at it. Anyway, tomorrow, day 30, is our last day of our Need to Know November fast. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments if you guys are still with us, or if you're planning on just starting over December 1st. It should be quite the push for the end of the year. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I will see you tomorrow.